Hey everyone. If you notice that the camera is a lot closer, it's because I would prefer to not be heard that much by other people outside my room, because this is going to be a little bit of a freaky deaky reading. Now, this is 18 plus ish because, of course I have to say that. It's not going to be like ridiculously freaky, I don't really have the cards for that. The Tarot of Sexual Magic is at the school in my dorm. I don't know how to really read that yet. I haven't done that one yet. So using the Vice Versa Tarot, the Shadowscape Tarot, and then Angel Answers just to kind of give us another clue about, you'll see later. This reading is going to be your next sexual encounter, okay? Whether it's with a spiritual connection or just someone, like we'll kind of see. But I did a sample reading before doing this. Read with the Vice Versa Tarot. I asked my own question with my own person based off of other readings that I've watched, and I was like, okay, so I can see where this says that, whatever. So obviously we're going to see how it plays out, because these decks aren't necessarily for sexual readings, but of course we're going to look at them very literally, we're going to look at them visually, and just kind of see what answers we can get. And usually the messages are channeled and they kind of flow out when the camera hits record. But while I'm shuffling, I see a glance at the cards and I'm like, what? So this will be just an experimental reading. We'll see how it goes, and then just let me know if you want to see more of it, okay? But it's not going to be like ridiculously nasty, because I am a little prudish with that. At least not openly, it's a little awkward. But I figured I'd give it a go, for fun. So just put these piles away. Running out of space to put these piles because my desk is tiny. Okay, you know the drill. 1, 2, 3, 4. Duh. Special guest star pile number 4 is just making an appearance. Okay, so pile number 1 with the third eye bracelet. So your next sexual encounter. Okay, let's look at this. So we have the 5 of Swords. We have the Tower card. We have the Lovers. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, more about what it will be like. The Knight of Cups in the reverse, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the 3 of Wands in the reverse, the 2 of Swords in the reverse, the 2 of Wands, and then we have You're Ready, okay? So, I do feel like this could be with like a soulmate, twin flame person, like someone that you've been kind of thinking about for a long time, wanting to have this experience with for a while, off the bat, just like a lover. Whether for some of you it could be like you're already dating this person and you're just ready to kind of take it to the next level, as in you're ready, I feel like this will be your first time with this person, or your first time in general, yeah, some of you could be virgins, some of you just simply haven't slept with this person, okay? I'm kind of feeling like this person might be a little more experienced. I'm kind of feeling like it might be a little bit of like a submissive, dominant type of, kinky thing with that going on, just like how this guy looks right here. It's like this person knows exactly what they're doing, okay? This person over here is like on their knees. There might be like, I'm thinking like, oral, it might be very sudden, like kind of out of nowhere. And I don't think necessarily planned. It's just one of those things, like very impulsive. Okay, with the Knight of Swords in the reverse, I'm getting very impulsive. Okay. I just feel like this person, kind of wants to like, dominate, and not like, not in a negative way, I feel like you'll enjoy it as well. Like you'll really, you'll just kind of follow their lead. I feel like they're just more experienced than you are. So you either could be a virgin, or it's just your first time with them. But I feel like they're very experienced, and I feel like you could be like just hanging out. You're kind of alone or something, and then out of nowhere, I'm kind of seeing the Tower, if you see what I'm looking at, maybe like very sudden, like it automatically out of nowhere, you just gotta have each other, like right then and there. So you kind of just get right into it, I feel like, you know, you're not planning the situation, you're not trying to. I feel like it might not necessarily go like how your first time was planned. I kind of see maybe you thought of your first time being in a more like, you know, romantic rose petals in a hotel type of thing, but I feel like with this person it's just going to be very hot and heavy. I feel like you've probably been wanting to be with this person for a long time. Like you could have had a spiritual connection with this person, a spiritual journey. So it's been like a long time coming, okay? It, you know, divine timing, it's not necessarily all planned out. It's just very sudden, very hot and heavy, you know? Like you just kind of, you want to have each other right then and there, you know? So let's see. Yeah, I feel like I doubt that this is a first time, because I feel like that's a little extreme for a first time thing, but I feel like this person, like, I wouldn't necessarily say that they like it rough, but I kind of feel like they might be on a little bit of a 50 Shades type of thing, you know? Like, they'll ease into it at first, but I feel like if anything, if you continue to, like, you know, do it with this person afterwards, they might bring like, you know, toys or something. They might because I'm kind of seeing like, look, those kind of look like butt plugs. Those kind of look like butt plugs, you know, like they might bring like toys into it. You know, they might have like a little collection of stuff, like, you know, where you know, they know how to please their partners. Okay, they're a very experienced person, so it might not necessarily be like a 50 Shades of Grey type of thing, but I just feel like in terms of kind of being more of a dom, like I feel like this person is a top and you're a bottom, you know, like you're the more submissive one because you're less experienced, they're more experienced. They've probably had their fair share of partners and they're probably like very, very great lovers. Like I feel like a lot of people, you might not like to hear this, but I feel like a lot of people have slept with this person, okay? Like, not necessarily saying that they're a man whore, but again, they're experienced, okay? They're very experienced. They know what they're doing. I feel like you're the one that's kind of just been waiting for the right person to come along, you know? Like, but, you know, they've been waiting a long time. I feel like they know exactly how they want, you know? It's like, it's gonna go exactly how they planned, you know? Because I feel like they've had a lot of, like, very, you know, sexual fantasies about you since meeting you, you know? So while your first time wasn't necessarily, like, you know, you probably planned your first time very generally, like, not no specific person in mind, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, when I was younger, I always kind of dreamed that I would just, you know, go to prom with someone and we get a hotel and then we rose petals, whatever, and we have, you know, like stuff like that, or oh, I always wanted to, you know, a drive-in movie theater, you know, like some like very kind of cliche type of thing like that, like, oh yeah, just with rose petals. I'm just seeing rose petals, like that's something you always wanted to do, right? But it was never with a specific person. You just imagine what your first time would be and applied it to anyone that it would be with. But I feel like this person, like when they met you, they being more experienced, they actually had very specific fantasies about what they wanted to do with you. So I feel like when they do it, it's just gonna kind of go like very rampant and running wild, and they're just gonna be like, this is exactly what I wanted to do, you know, like I feel like they just had a lot of dirty thoughts and everything, and they're just gonna go and check off everything off their list of things that they wanted to do with you, okay? I feel like I mean, they could be like a, you know, they could be a really sweet romantic person outside of, you know, sex, but I feel like when having sex, they're just very much like, you know, they probably like to talk dirty. They probably like, you know, being called daddy, you know, like that type of thing. Don't get hung up on gender, but you know what I mean. Just that whole like power dynamic, and not necessarily in a way that you're like defenseless, but I feel like they just kind of love the vulnerability. They love, again, they love to that 50 Shades type of shit. They love to be the more dominant one, okay? But there is like it is kind of equal. I feel like, you know, you'll both enjoy it. I feel like they're a type of person, like they're not a selfish lover. They like to, they want their partner to be just as satisfied as they are, if not more, okay? But yeah, it's like y'all just be hanging out, probably go on a date or something, and then out of nowhere, like they just kind of get a boner out of nowhere, and then you just kind of do it right then and there. Like you don't even wait, you don't go anywhere, you don't, you know, some of you probably might do it outside. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of outside stuff, maybe on like a balcony or something, but it's not gonna be set in stone plan. It's just gonna be very sudden, okay? just the attraction will just be crazy, and you're just gonna want each other right then and there, okay? But yeah, they might be one that to kind of talk dirty. They like they like to be kind of dominant, you know. They're not necessarily trying to make it all romantic and like you know, they're not trying to make it like the romantic missionary position, kissing on your neck type of thing, you know. Like again, you'll still enjoy it, but I feel like they might be the type of person that, you know, likes it from behind, you know, like doggy style or something or whatever. They like to try a bunch of positions, you know, they just like a lot of dirty talk, okay? Because with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, I'm just thinking the opposite of like the Knight in Shining Armor. Like it's not going to be this romantic planned thing with rose petals, okay? So even if that's what you wanted, I feel like you're going to enjoy how they do it. I feel like they're going to be like, nope, we're going to do it this way, you know, because they're very spontaneous with it, okay? But I really do feel like you're going to enjoy it. Like it might not really be how you planned your first time for some of you who are virgins, or your first time with them, but you're really going to enjoy the experience. It's not going to be like, oh, I didn't want it to go this way. Like no, you're going to enjoy it, okay? I'm seeing maybe like you might be the person that like even if you haven't had sex yet, you might be like already on birth control. Like maybe you feel their energy. Maybe you're just like, oh, I kind of feel like I'm going to, you know, be in union with this person soon. So maybe just, you know, just to be careful to protect myself, I'll just start taking birth control, IUD, whatever. So you might already be on the pill, you know, or if not, you probably should think about doing that if you feel that, if you burp confirmation, if you feel that you know who I'm talking about and it might be like a very sudden thing, I think it would be wise, you know, it would be wise to, you know, be on your own level of birth control, because if this happens very suddenly, they might not, you know, have a condom on them, you know. If they're the type that like is always protected and they have like a condom in their glove compartment or in their wallet or something, that's fine too. But when it comes down to it, you want to be the one that's protecting yourself, okay? Because I'm kind of seeing like, you know, this Tower card and the lightning bolt. I feel like that just looks like, you know, ejaculation, like very suddenly, you know. So be aware of like, you know, pre-cum, you know. I'm so cut and dry. I'm trying not to like, you know, make this so uncomfortable. I'm just kind of telling you how it I feel like it's gonna be, okay? Because I'm not trying to make it too weirdly erotic, but like you can still see, you know, where I'm getting at with this. Okay, I feel like you turn this person on because I just see like you know, a tower here, a tower there. I feel like almost like a tower there too. I feel like every time they see you, every time they think about you, like they immediately get turned on. They immediately get a boner. Like you know, they just find you very sexy. You know, again, they probably like your butt. I'm really just looking at those and just thinking of like butt plugs. So maybe they want to try like, you know, anal. You know, basically they might either talk you into it, or you'll just be like, no, I'm not doing that, you know. That'll be up to you. I feel like they'll make you comfortable enough that you'll want to do it, or if anything, you'll just kind of have to compromise with it. Be like, do you want to try this? Yes, no, or try it later. But I just feel like they're the type of person, like they might not admit it, they might not come across as the type of person just seeing them on a regular setting, but I feel like once you get with them and you get comfortable and you start doing it more, it might not be your first time, like this experience might be your first time with them, but like you might do it again with them, and I feel like the next time you do it with them, they're gonna want to introduce toys, you know. They're gonna want to bring toys into it. Okay. Let's see. Maybe they might be the type of person that like they try to plan to have you guys, you know, climax together. Like again, like because they really want their partners to also be satisfied. I don't think that they're selfish in the bedroom. Like they have a very kinky side, they have a very dominating side, but their partners are always satisfied. You know, I don't necessarily think that they're one to come quick, but for you, they might though. I feel like, you know, they're probably the person that they can go a very long time, but with you, because they've been kind of like fantasizing about you, wanting to do it with you so much, it might be quicker than they usually, you know, climax, quicker than they usually come with you. Like they're probably not going to be able to help themselves. They're just going to be like, oh, you know, and but that type of thing. But yeah, like I said earlier, I just kind of see maybe on your knees, you know, just being on top of you, seeing you on your knees. They might think that, like, you know, you might, you know, give good head or something, you know, like mouth, whatever. I'm so uncomfortable. Not going back, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you might be good with, like, you know, mouth stuff, whether you realize it or not, you know, but you might just give it a try, and you know, I feel like that will just kind of make them be like, ooh, like, just, they can't help it, they just kind of come really quick with you. So that might be something kind of, you know, not planned. They just didn't think that they would, you know, do it that fast, you know? But yeah, so, yeah, I feel like if this is either regarding just, yeah, you with them, being like, you waited a long time to be with them and you're ready, or if, you know, you're a virgin and they're like, oh no, you're ready, this, you know, we're gonna make sure this is gonna be a comfortable experience for you. I feel like they, if you're a virgin, I feel like they might know that, and they are more experienced, so they will ease you into it, you know, because there's that lovers, you know, there'll be like an equal between, like, gentle and rough, you know, when starting off, that they're not just gonna be like too intense with it, you know. I feel like they listen to their partners, but they definitely know exactly what they want to do with you. Like, they've been fantasizing about it for a long time. They're very experienced, and that might not be something you want to hear, but in the end, that works out better for you if they know what they're doing, because you might not know what you're doing if you're new at it, but they know what they're doing, and they're going to satisfy you. Okay. So thank you, pile number 1. That's all I'm really getting. Okay. Get your freak on, pile number 1. Get your freak on. Okay. So, pile number 2, purple bracelet. Your next sexual encounter, okay? We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles, which I might look at because that's weird. We have the King of, this is the King, right? Yes, the King of Swords. How it's gonna be like, again, 4 of Swords. The Fool in the reverse. Strength in the reverse. 5 of Wands in the reverse, and communicate clearly. Okay, only for some of you, just from this card right here, I kind of feel like it might be a little awkward at first, or if anything, like, you might have your own different ideas of what you want to do. So, you might have to be like, I don't want to do that, I want to do this, you know, like that type of thing. But I'll look at that at the end, because I would hope that it would be enjoyable and that you guys, like, are on the same page with something as intimate as this, you know? I might look into the book with these. I'm kind of, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this person might want to try a threesome, so you're gonna either have to say, oh, I'm fine with that, or no, or maybe you're just gonna be like, okay, well, when we do this, you know, some of you could already, like, be in a relationship with this person, so you're just kind of trying something new. You could be in a relationship for a while, so you're just trying to bring more fun into it, so you're probably talking about it, and you're just like, okay, so I want to bring some excitement, so I think I want to bring another person, or maybe, you know, someone can watch, or maybe you might want to make a tape, like a sex tape or something, you know? Not necessarily like showing your face, but I feel like, you know, just to experiment, be like, you know, we want to try something new, okay? So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you guys, this might be someone you're already, you know, you've already had sex with, you're dating or something, because just the Pentacles, I feel like you guys have been together for a while. This might be like more older couples or something. But yeah, you just kind of want to try something new, just to kind of spice things up, okay? So yeah, they might, they might be like, okay, I kind of want to make a sex tape, or someone, another person's like, I kind of want to have someone watch, or, you know, whether a sex tape or in person, or yeah, I kind of want to do a threesome, but I just feel this energy of wanting someone to watch you guys. So you're just gonna kind of talk about how that's gonna go. Like, say if you're like, let's make a tape, you're gonna be like, okay, let's agree to not show our faces, you know, let's, you know, maybe let's compromise and find a specific person. Like, do we want to do another guy or another girl, whatever. Like, let's figure out who we want to bring with us, and just kind of make sure we, you know, that we both find them attractive, you know. Like, you might be the kind of couple that, like, you know, goes on Tinder, and one of the, maybe the girl usually, or the guy, will be like, oh, I'm just looking for someone to have a little fun with me and my boyfriend, whatever, you know, and just asking a bunch of people, and you guys are just kind of going through the dating app, just being like, oh, I like that person, I like that person, I don't like that person, you know, like, you're gonna agree on who you want, and it might take a minute to kind of find, because I feel like, you know, say if you guys are like seeking out bisexual people because you want to have a threesome, you know, it might be hard to find that person because they might be insulted. It might be like, oh my god, just because I'm bi doesn't mean I want to have a threesome, oh my god, you know. So it might take a while to find someone, you know. So I feel like you guys, that's what I'm kind of seeing with the whole clunkiness. Like, you're just trying to spice things up, and you're just trying to find a third person to join you. So it could be like that might not go as planned. So instead, you're just like, fuck it. We'll just make a video then. We'll just make a sex tape and just post it on, like, you know, Pornhub or something. You know, just don't show our faces, you know. But I just really feel like you guys really are getting off to the idea of being watched. No, even if you don't know who this person is, you just want to be watched by strangers, you know. Like, you have ideas, you know. You have angles. Yeah, I feel like very reckless. So I feel like if you do that, please be careful. Don't show your face, you know. You can have fun, you can do it, but remember, you're not porn stars, you're everyday people, so just don't show your face, you'll be fine, you know. I just feel like there's probably like an urge that you probably have been wanting to do for a long time. It's probably a fantasy of yours, you know, just to do that, okay? Just the thought of other people seeing you guys do it, you know. You just really want to be watched. Some of you might even, like, maybe, some of y'all might be, like, swingers, too, okay? Like, I really feel this is an older couple. Like, you know, like, those old-fashioned, I only know this because of that 70s show, but, like, those old-fashioned, like, you know, key parties where you put keys in a bowl, and if you get someone else's key, you know, you go home with them for the night. So I feel like you know, I'm, like, looking at the door. I feel like you guys might be the type of people that, like, you know, you want to have like an orgy, or swap partners. Like, I'm kind of seeing that, like, you know, just swap partners. I feel like you guys are the type of people that maybe you go to a bar and you flirt with other people just to kind of get each other jealous, so then you have like very passionate, like, angry, jealous sex when you come back. Like, y'all are some freaks, okay? Y'all some freaks. I'm getting very 70s swingers vibes from you guys. Okay? Four of Swords. You love being watched, so I feel like it could also be for some of you, maybe like maybe for this encounter you just want to build up a lot of tension and be like, don't touch me, just watch, you know. Like, you know, you might just, like, you know, masturbate in front of each other, and like the other person, whether you're tied up or you're just sitting in a chair, you know, you're just kind of watching them, or they're watching you, you know, just, you know, do the diddly do to yourself. I'm sorry if I'm not at all translating it how you want me to. I'm very awkward, but I wanted to do the reading anyway. But you get me though. You get me. So yeah, like, you guys are gonna have to be on the same page about what you want to do. If you want to bring other people, if you want to swap partners, if you want to just do, like, you know, you masturbate, they masturbate, and you just kind of watch each other, but you don't touch each other, you know. But I just feel this very reckless energy. So just decide which route you want to do. Do you want to do a threesome? Do you want to do an orgy? Do you want to do a sex tape? Do you want to just watch each other? Like, maybe taking baby steps, you know. If you're not used to that type of stuff, then start off with the whole, okay, just watch me, don't touch me. Then maybe think of a threesome. Then maybe swap partners if you're comfortable doing that. But I feel, or, you know, or start off, you know, just for the fun of it, just going to a bar and flirting with someone else in front of your partner, just to kind of get them riled up. You know, don't go home with the other person, but, you know, just kind of flirt with the other person. They're watching, they get jealous, and then you just have, like, the hottest, steamiest sex when you get home. Okay? feel like y'all deserve it. I feel like yeah, y'all are really an older couple, and it's kind of things have gotten a little rigid, so you really just want to spice things up. So I feel like that will spice things up for you. I want to look at the Strength card in the reverse, though. Weakness, self-doubt, lack of self-discipline. I'm kind of seeing that it will be you might be nervous about how to go about it, you know? Like maybe they are like, they want to bring it up to you, or you want to bring it up to them. But I feel like just sit down and just talk to each other and be like, hey, you know what? I kind of want to spice it up. What do you think about, you know, like, here are your options. Do you want to just, you know, watch each other do it, watch each other masturbate? Do you want to maybe go to a bar, like I said, flirt with other people? Do you want to bring a third person? Do you want to like have like a sex party or something? Do you want to do a partner swap with like a couple that we trust? You know, just be like, hey, let's, you know. But I feel like you're nervous because you want to make sure other people actually want to do that. You don't want them to look at you and be like, oh god, you're freaks. But like, you're just really like, no, we're just trying it. So maybe it might be best to even try it with strangers and not with close friends. So yeah, you might want to be that couple that just, you know, you just go on Tinder and you're like, you know, we're a couple, we're just looking for a third person to have some fun, you know, well, that type of thing. People do that. Because you're very nervous about how to go about it. You know, you don't want to ask your best friends you see all the time, because then if you ask them and they say sure, then after that you basically just see them every single day and you're like, I've seen you naked, or ever had sex with you. Or, you know, if they say no, then you're like, okay, this is uncomfortable. So yeah, I feel like you might want to do it with total strangers, you know, just on Tinder, dating apps, and just kind of see what they say, okay? But yeah, I feel like you guys definitely get off on jealousy. I feel like you're probably a very fiery couple, you know. There's some Leo energy here, other fire energy here. You just love the idea of the other one getting jealous, and it just turns you on. Almost like a heated, you know, after an argument, you just kind of go at it, and it's like the best sex you ever have when you're mad at each other, you know? Like, you're, like, sometimes you guys, I'm also seeing with communicate clearly, you're probably also the type of couple, like, maybe, if this whole part wasn't fully resonating, I feel like for some of you, it might not be this whole planned swinger thing, but for some of you, it could just be like, this talks about conflict avoidance. You could have just been like in an argument, but you don't feel like arguing anymore. So halfway through the argument, you just kind of start, you know, taking each other's clothes off and just doing it, you know? You know what I mean? That's for some of you, okay? But for the rest of you, I feel like you guys really do want to venture out and just spice up your love life after being together for a long time, okay? But for others of you, very small, teeny bit of you, it's just you're in the middle of an argument, you don't want to argue anymore, you're trying to avoid conflict because this, you know, communicate clearly, you don't really feel like talking about whatever. You don't feel like talking about this or that. Maybe someone got jealous over something else, maybe. But, you know, you don't feel like talking about that, so just halfway through, you kind of just seduce them, or they seduce you. Or maybe, like, you know, while you're arguing, someone just goes, oh, make me, and then like, you're just like, you know? Or, like, you know, you stare at their lips or something, and then suddenly you're just, you know, doing it. But for the majority of you, I feel like you guys really just have this kink of being watched, okay? I mean, go crazy, go stupid, just don't be reckless, though. If you guys are swinging with other people, make sure they don't have any STDs. Make sure that they're clean. Make sure you keep your condoms and birth control. Don't just, you know, that'll be really messy if you're over there swinging, sleeping with other people, then suddenly your partner you get pregnant by the other person, you know. So be careful with that. Don't be too reckless. Don't show your face in the video. You know, go faceless with it. Yeah. The freaks came out to play. Okay, thank you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope that resonated with you, all right? Pile number 3, Tiger's Eye Bracelet. Okay, so your next sexual encounter, okay, we have the Page of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Magician, the Four of Pentacles. The fuck? What will it be like? We have the Six of Wands, Queen of Swords in the reverse, Four of Cups in the reverse, Eight of Swords in the reverse, and then we have Perfect Timing in the reverse. Let me look at this for a second, just a quick old second. I see 2 6s, and number 6 is like, I believe harmony, actually. I think number 6 means harmony. Yes, I believe so. Okay. Some of you with this person, you might do it outside, or like in front of a window, you know, like just like the thrill of almost being caught type of thing, you know. With this card, like the victory card, I kind of feel like this is something you've been looking forward to or manifesting. So it, you know, it could be like, I mean, the magician card is the only major arcana that I'm seeing here, but it could just be someone that you've been wanting to do this with for a long time. You're kind of manifesting it, and you know, like you maybe you feel their energy, so you're kind of hoping that, you know, they just kind of show up and you're, you know, you're excited about it. Okay. I feel like whatever it is, like, you know, maybe after a long time of things being a little rocky, a little weird, you kind of are taking things to the next level with this person. Okay. Someone could be more experienced than the other. Do I want to look at the book for this? Do I not? I will. So the Knave of Wands, wherever he went. Give me a seckie. Okay. So at herself, a brawny young man stands in a desert landscape holding a tall staff. His upper body is bare, save for battle gauntlets and a fiery red cloak. His attitude is confident, he is sure of himself and fearless. His bare chest symbolizes a declaration of his strength and a challenge to other knaves to match or best it. This is a person who is undeniably attractive, but he may lack social graces or even fail to understand why they are important. He doesn't mind taking the hard way through a situation rather than smoothing the path. Like the thorny plant at his feet, he can be prickly and irritating in close quarters. Okay. So you know what I said about someone might be more experienced. This person might be more experienced. I feel like, you know, they're attractive and they know that they're attractive. There are probably a lot of people that this is kind of similar to pile one. There are probably a lot of people that want to sleep with this person. I feel like this is the person you're going to obviously sleep with. Like their energy. They could be a bit of a fuckboy. Little bit of a fuckboy. But basically, like, they know that they're good, okay? Like, they're younger. The other person, I feel like in pile number 1, I feel like they're a lot older, a lot more experienced. This person, I feel like they are more experienced than you, or if anything, it might be one of those things where, like, you know, you're a virgin, so they're more experienced, but it's not as if they're like a total playboy. Like, you know, them having sex with one person will be more experienced than you, you know. But I feel like in general, you know, they're a very attractive person. They probably have a nice body. You're probably very attracted to, like, you know, they probably have like nice arms, nice pecs. They're a little short, I see. Okay. But I feel like, yeah, it's kind of just like taking things to the next level, like moving forward in this connection with the 6 of Swords, okay? I feel like it will kind of release a lot of tension, you know, like when you guys have sex. Like, you probably haven't really spoken to each other in a long time. It might have been like a really awkward separation within your connection or something. So this will kind of be, it could be a spontaneous thing, but I feel like really you guys probably were really both manifesting it, you know? You're manifesting it and just kind of waiting for it to happen. But I feel like this might come first before officially dating, you know? It could be like a one-night stand that eventually leads to a relationship, but I feel like it's going to be like you see each other for the first time in a while, and then you kind of just do it, you know? Okay, I feel compelled to look at the other cards and see what these other cards mean in the book as well. But let me just keep looking at it. Don't give up, girl. Don't give up. But yeah, I feel like it'll be very victorious. Like, again, something you've kind of been waiting for, or maybe even for them, like the confidence, maybe a little cocky type of thing where they're like, oh, finally got with them, you know? Like, yeah, they want me, they want a piece of this, you know? Is Queen of Swords, reverse. I feel like with this card, you might be, if say if you're the queen, just that the feminine energy is going to be a little more detached about it, or they're going to have to be a little more detached, because I feel like I do feel like how this will start off, it might, you know, you might do more stuff with them later, but I feel like how it will first start off, it will just be you see each other for the first time in a long time. It'll be a one-night stand. So I feel like this is kind of saying don't get overly emotional about it. Kind of detach yourself and just go in, you know, just for the hell of it. Because I feel like maybe spirit guides are going to send this person back to you just so you guys have like a nice pleasant moment together, but you won't be ready yet to fully get into union with them. Like, if this is like a spiritual connection, it'll be like you guys aren't going to be fully together yet, but you are going to ease a lot of tension with having this little first time with each other, you know? It'll be like a quick hookup, maybe like a no strings attached, friends with benefits thing, and then when the timing is perfect, that's when you guys are going to get into a relationship. First, you're just gonna have a really good night together, okay? First and foremost, you're gonna have a good night, and I feel like you both are gonna be happy about it. You know, you're gonna be blushing the next day. Your friends are gonna see you and be like, "You had sex yesterday," like you know, like I feel like it's gonna be that type of energy. Like you're gonna be very, like, let's just say, in a really good mood the next day, okay? Because they know what they're doing. Like I said, they're experienced. So 4 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this is just being aloof. Like I said, you know, it's not saying that it's gonna be a one and done thing, but it's gonna start off as a friends with benefits, very detached, no strings attached type of thing. Because you've probably been in a connection, like a spiritual connection with this person. With the Magician card, you probably are, but after seeing each other for the first time in a while, you're just gonna want them. You know, you're just gonna be attracted to each other, so you're just gonna be like, fuck it, and just do it. You're just gonna do it, and it's gonna be very aloof. You know, you guys are just gonna start off and be like, you know what, things have been so tense and weird with us in the past. There's been too many emotions with it. You know, like, we don't really talk to each other that much, but you know what, I want to hook up with you. I want to fuck you. So it's just gonna be friends with benefits at first, okay? Friends with benefits. And then I feel like that would actually alleviate a lot of tension, okay? I feel like that would actually kind of help you move forward. I kind of feel like, because I also kind of see this person just leaving, so yeah, kind of a one-night stand, but I feel like you're both okay with it because you know it's not time yet for you guys to fully get together romantically, but you do want to get with each other. So you are going to have this first time, you know, you're going to have this agreement and be like, let's just do it. No strings attached, you know, do it, and then go back home late at night because you have work the next day, you know, like an agreed upon one night stand, okay? Friends with benefits, no strings attached. Like, you guys are just gonna be doing it back and forth, and you guys are gonna be fine with that, okay? It's gonna be very aloof. You're gonna be like, yeah, whatever. Yep, you know, kind of like a dick appointment, you know, like, oh yeah, they're coming over. They're coming over. We're just gonna have, like, you know, we're gonna do it maybe for a couple hours, you know, like they might last a long time, you know, because this person's just approaches, it's still daytime, and then they leave at night. So you might do it a few different times, few different rounds and everything, and then they're like, well, I have work the next day, so I can't sleep over, but you know, you do it, and then you know, you do it, you have fun, you're both very satisfied with it, because again, there's a lot of pent up, you know, tension with you guys, a lot of energy with you guys, because it's been a long time coming. So you do it, and then you're like, okay, cool, so the door's right there, I'll catch you later, you know, like you're both gonna go about it very aloof at first, okay? I'm kind of seeing this as you're both like kind of manipulating the connection. Like, so say, like I said, if it is a spiritual connection, you guys both know that you're still, you know, you're still working on yourselves, you're still doing the healing work before coming together, so you know it's not perfect timing, but you guys are just like, I don't care, I want you now, I'm just going to be with you now. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to do a romantic thing. I just want one good night or several good nights, you know. And yeah, some of you might be doing it outside, because a lot of outside stuff, or in front of a window, just kind of, like I said, the whole thrill of getting caught, you know. I forgot to look at this 8 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, open to new perspectives and release, okay? I kind of feel like for some of you, it's kind of better this way, that this isn't going to be the final outcome. I really just think this is just something that's going to release tension, okay? This has been a really tricky, long-ass connection, long-ass separation. There is attraction. You just want to get with them. So I feel like this whole, you know, starting off as a one-night stand, starting off as friends with benefits, you know, strings attached, it's going to make things so much easier. You don't have to worry about anything, you know. I don't think necessarily an open relationship, but you're just going to start off casually, just doing it a lot, okay? You might make appointments to basically hook up with each other a lot. Think like Monica and Chandler from Friends. You know, they started off as friends. They had one night in London, you know, they hooked up, and then they were just like, oh, we're only gonna do that once. But then they're just like, you know what? Never mind, let's do it more. And they're secretly fuck buddies for a long time, but then as you know, as they keep doing it, they basically are just secretly dating, and then next thing you know, they're together. So I feel like with you guys, like, you know that you're meant to be together. For some of you, you know that this is like a, you know, a more spiritual connection with them. But to start off, you just wanna fuck. You don't care. You just wanna have sex. You're just gonna have your one-night stands, and you're just gonna have your hookups and just call it a day. Like a cool bang bang a bunch of times. It's late at night. It's like almost dawn, but they have work in the morning, so they have to drive home. They gotta take a shower. They gotta get ready for work, and so do you, okay? And that will literally erase all of the tension, because I feel like up until then, you guys have never done it together. There was just all this pent-up energy, all this tension. You guys are so nervous, you're so hot and bothered around each other. So when you do it, it's a release. Literally and figuratively, it's a release. And you just, oof, you're just like, why didn't we do this sooner? This is great, you know? This 4 of Pentacles. I shall look at that one. So if all you think about is money or work, or worries about money and work, the element of earth is out of balance in your life, as it is for this wizard. Explore how you can bring in water's love and beauty, fire's creative action, and air's fresh new ideas. Practicality must be alchemically blended with dreams, passion, and inspiration. That is how wizards make magic. Okay. So yeah, I feel like one of the reasons why you two have been in separation for a long time is probably because someone has just been focused on their money, okay? Very focused on their money, very focused on building a foundation before you guys get together. And that could be, you know, for you, you know, but they like they're doing it for you, or you're doing that. But I feel like the reason why you guys have never gotten together or haven't gotten together yet is because you're trying to manifest a better life for yourselves, and maybe they feel like, I don't want to bring them in yet because I want to be able to offer them stuff. So because it's been this obsession with making money, it's just been pushing the connection, like making it longer and longer and longer to happen. So I feel like you guys kind of needed this just to break the ice, break the tension, and just keep you from waiting even longer, you know? And you're both just like, I don't think it's quite time yet. Like, I don't think union is there yet. You know, it's right around the corner. It's almost there. Okay, it's because this card, it showed up in the first place, so it's not saying that it's not the perfect time. I feel like the perfect time is almost there, you know. For some of you, it could literally be like this is gonna happen soon, very soon for you. Perfect timing, like, yep, this is how it's gonna happen, you know. You guys are just gonna do it. You're gonna be perfectly fine with just doing it and not staying to cuddle or whatever. They might be tempted to. They might try to stay as long as they can, but then they're like, yeah, nah, I really should go home. I have to go to work tomorrow, you know. But just after all this time of them just being so focused on money, maybe you too, this would just be a great release for you. Okay? So yeah, that's all I'm really getting. So thank you, pile number 3. Alright, so pile number 4, special guest star, welcome. So your next sexual experience, we have the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Hierophant, oh boy, the Empress, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Two of Cups in the reverse, the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and then Don't Stop. Oh my god. I was cracking up when this card came out because like I was using the Angel Answers card just to be like, is this their first time with this person, their first time in general, and all it gave me was don't stop. So I feel like this is just what you're going to be saying, okay? I feel like this is going to be very hot, okay? Very hot for you. Like you have to go to the store and get plan B the next day because y'all did it so spontaneous. Y'all didn't use a condom, you didn't use birth control. Like you're like, after you do it, you're like, I definitely got pregnant. Like I definitely got pregnant. Let me go and get some birth control. Let me get some plan B because I'm not trying to carry a baby right now, okay? I feel like you guys are very fertile people, okay? So I feel like with this Empress card, I feel like y'all are fertile, okay? You could be like literally ovulating, I'm thinking. You could be ovulating like when you guys do it. It could be just a very unplanned thing. You just kind of do it, you know, so you know, because it's spontaneous, you're not using protection or anything, okay? Because also like the Hierophant, like this isn't necessarily reverse because this deck is different, but in general the Hierophant in the reverse is like challenging the status quo. So I kind of imagine that as someone who probably is like, oh, I don't like to wear condoms, they're not comfortable, I don't like doing that. So, you know, they're not, you know, traditionally, you know, covering themselves up traditionally, wearing contraceptives or anything like that. So I feel like, yeah, this is going to be very hot and heavy with you guys. Honestly, I'm feeling it's like hot and heavy with most of the piles, but I feel like you guys especially were like, they're basically going to get you pregnant. So you're gonna have to run to the drugstore the very next day and get some plan B because you're not trying to have a baby right now. I mean, I don't know what you want to do, but some of you probably not, okay? Whether this is someone you're already with or not. Some of you could already be like in a relationship with this person, but for others of you it's just kind of like just a lot built up, okay? Like I kind of saw for pile number 3 because we had a major arcana there. You could be like in a spiritual connection with this person, okay? So the passion and the chemistry is even more, you know? Let's see. Look at these cards down here. So 3 of Pentacles in the reverse, that's like a lack of teamwork, disregard for skills. So with that, I'm kind of getting that someone is going to be calling the shots more than the other person. It could be them, you know? Like they could be like, okay, cool, turn around, okay, do this, do that, you know, and they're just like, dun, and yeah, like they are just gonna do it, and they're gonna be, no, I don't feel like wearing condoms. You're like, god damn it, whatever, and you're just like, yeah, who cares? So it's kind of like a little reckless, a little irresponsible, because you just do it without protection, okay? And then like they very much will be coming inside of you, so yeah, just like buy your plan B ahead of time, or you know, better yet, just get some birth control right away so that when you guys do it, you know, you don't have to worry about it. But I feel like, Jesus, I feel like y'all might be doing it multiple times, okay? Don't stop. Like, I feel like I keep getting this sense with most of the piles that this other person is very experienced, okay? So I feel like with them, they know what they're doing, okay? You're going to be so satisfied. Like you're probably gonna come like multiple times with this person, okay? Like look at all that lightning, okay? I feel like they're gonna come, you're gonna come, like you're gonna have like a peak, like a really gigantic orgasm, and then you're just gonna after that one big one, you're just gonna do it multiple times, okay? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might do it 6 times in one night, like dead ass. You might do it 6 times in one freaking night. And it'll be so sudden because like y'all are probably so reserved around each other in person, like in public, but then like y'all just decide to do this. They're calling the shots, they're not wearing protection, but boy do they know how to please you. They know how to satisfy you. Y'all are fucking, coming over and over and over again. Y'all do it over. Like you might take a break for water, come right back, do it again. Might take a lunch break. But like, oof. Like, Jesus. Let's see. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Chaos. Oh my god. Chaotic. Yep. Like I said, reckless, not using protection, very chaotic, okay? Like, y'all don't care. Y'all just doing it. Y'all don't care. Y'all do it 6 different times. Or don't be over here counting, but more than once, okay? Like one big one, but then after that, you'll do it multiple times because you can't get enough, okay? Like, they know what they're doing. All right? There might be a little bit of a power imbalance, okay? Like, they might want to be on top more. It's like they might want to be on top more, or again, like they're calling the shot, so there's a little bit of a power imbalance. It's not like, like basically, you're not making love, okay? You're fucking this person. You're not making love with them, you're fucking this person. This isn't some romantic, like I keep saying rose petals. This isn't some romantic rose petal shit, okay? This is like down and dirty, nasty, freaky shit, okay? And I feel like you're fine with that. And this person basically trying to get you pregnant. Probably technically got you pregnant like 5 different times in one night. That's why you're gonna have to get your plan B the very next day, because you're not trying to have this baby right here. I mean, you might be. I don't know. I'm gonna assume most of you probably aren't trying that. Okay? But I feel like they're very dominant. At least just just in the bedroom. They might tell you, okay, turn around, get on top, do this, do that, like, and you just kind of go along with it, okay? This is like recovery, regeneration. I feel like you're going to be exhausted from this, okay? Like literally, because again, you're gonna do it numerous times. So it's like, you're gonna do it maybe like after like, every time after you do it, you take a break, you have to, you kind of just lay there, you take a break, you get a bottle of Gatorade, order some food or something, and then get right back into it. Like, it's gonna be like all freaking night. You're gonna be doing it all night. Like, it's like, this is kind of like dawn, like, maybe like the evening, like, don't get hung up on specified times. I'm saying like 6 p.m. or something. Like, it's cloudy, it's dark, but there's still a little bit of light, but then like you're gonna be doing it until like all the stars in the sky are seen, like, the whole night, from like sunset to almost sunrise, basically. Like, you're not going to be able to get enough of each other, and it's going to be so sudden, because like, again, you might be very closed off to each other, really shy to each other in person, but there's just a lot of tension building up and everything. I feel like for a lot of these piles, it's someone that, like a divine connection that you've been waiting and anticipating to be with for a long time, But like you're gonna be surprised at how much this person satisfies you. You're gonna be so surprised at like how turned on you are by them, that y'all maybe you come together. Or I feel like they might be the type of person where, like, you know, they want to make sure that you come multiple times, you know. But I definitely see them doing it a lot. Okay, like, you know how to satisfy this person. You're gonna make them come, like, again, 5 different times. It'll be like I said, the first time you guys do it, it'll be like, you know, like, oh my god, like really big orgasm, really big coming, whatever. And then after that, you're like, we gotta do that again. So then you just do it multiple times throughout the entire night after frequent breaks, because you're exhausted. Because I feel like each time you do it also, it's not like 2 minutes. I feel like it's like every time you do it, it's like 30 minutes to an hour long. You take your break, you do it again. So that's why you're up basically all night, because you're basically going at it for like hours, like 6 hours maybe. I keep getting the number 6, okay? So I feel like for some of y'all, it might literally be 6 times 6 hours, okay? Y'all really gonna enjoy yourselves, okay? That is all I'm getting. Thank you, pile number 4. This is hilarious. Like, I was like worried I wouldn't even know how to read these cards, because these aren't the sexual deck, but like, damn, that was pretty easy. So let me know if you enjoyed that reading. Oop. My phone charger just fell. When I get back to my school, and my roommate goes home every weekend, and I can actually just read in the comfort of my own dorm, and I don't have to worry about my parents and step-parents and little siblings hearing me talk, I might do more of these, okay? And not try to whisper so much, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, you freaks.